Tonight on From the Bayou to the World, it's seafood cake night. Crab cakes, shrimp cakes, and fish cakes. This is going to be a fantastic episode. You don't want to miss this one. It's going to be all the goodness in 3 different seafood varieties. Come on in. The coffee's on. Doing seafood tonight, baby. Welcome to From the Bayou to the World. I'm Kurt. This is my kitchen. Come on in and grab yourself a seat. We're doing seafood cakes tonight, or seafood patties if you prefer. They're kind of the same thing. Shrimp, beautiful crab meat, and some really beautiful fish. I'm going to tell you about that fish in a little bit. It's the jewel of the bayou. Gotta thank our sponsors. Gilroy's Greatest Foods, makers of Louisiana Love. If you ain't cooking with Louisiana Love, you are not loving what you're cooking. So just get you some. It's going to make everything taste better, I promise. And the sport, well, look, this apron out, that's pretty, huh? Got my little logo on there. Got to thank the T-shirt shop in Jennings, Louisiana. Go see Paulette and the girls, Holly and Shalise and Amanda. They're going to take care of you. Anything you need printed, embroidered, all that business. We got it. So, yeah, seafood cakes. So we have shrimp, which you've seen places that have shrimp burgers or shrimp patties. This is going to be a variation of that. And, of course, crab cakes. Everybody knows crab cakes. I'm going to show you how to make yours the very best they can be. It all starts with Louisiana crab meat, of course. And this fish, this is sakale. If you're watching in another part of the country or even North Louisiana, this is also called crappie or white perch. But sakale, and in my opinion, this is the best tasting freshwater fish that there is. It's fantastic. It's super light. There's no fat in it. You do have to watch so you don't overcook it. Most of the time, it's prepared fried. Some people bake it. The fillets are a little small for grilling, but you could grill them on a flat top grill. That would work well. But we're going to make cakes out of them tonight, and they're going to be fantastic. But they're going to have to benefit from a little bit of addition of fat, and I'll show you about that in a little bit in coming up. So all cakes have, or patties have, similar components, which is the protein itself, a binder or 2. So what do you mean by that, Kurt? Eggs. So when you cook eggs, what happens? They draw up and they hold everything together. So eggs and breadcrumbs. And you hear about breadcrumbs all the time. But this, if you've ever seen any of the stuff I've done before, I like to use fresh breadcrumbs. And what's fresh breadcrumbs? Well, you're looking at it right now. Okay, so fresh breadcrumbs are literally just a piece of French bread or a piece of loaf bread that's torn into pieces and run through a food processor. So, but when you do that, you need to be a little careful, because what happens is the bread is real soft, and it'll gum up that blade, and it'll start to strain, and you could burn up your food processor. So start with a little bit at a time, and once it gets going, you could add other pieces, and you just process it for about 45 seconds, as much as a minute, and you're going to have these wonderful, flaky, light, fresh, delicious breadcrumbs. And that's basically the components of any type of seafood cake. So we're going to make some of those, and we're going to prepare them in different ways. We're going to traditionally fry some, and we're going to air fry some, and I'm going to share with you my unsolicited opinion about air fryers when we come back. So come on back. We're going to get into it. See you in a little bit. Welcome back to From the Bayou to the World. If you just joined us, come on in, grab yourself a seat. So we're doing seafood patties tonight. Shrimp, crab, and fish. And we talked about the fish. Some beautiful sac-a-lait I got from my friend Ricky Hahn, and he goes up to Toledo Bend and he jerks some lips and brings me back some little prizes every now and again. There's some beautiful sac-a-lait. But now I'm going to share with you super top secret. Shh, don't tell nobody. You didn't hear it from me. It's my world famous tartar sauce. This thing is fantastic. It works. It's so good. It's so good with this. Really easy too. So, nice little bowl. I'm making a half recipe. The recipe that's going to be posted online. It's going to be a whole recipe. So 4 ounces of cream cheese, softened, room temperature, very important. About 2 tablespoons of finely minced onions, finely chopped. You could use any onion you want. This is white onions because that's what I had. I like to use red onions. They tend to be a little bit sweeter, but they're also stronger. So, onions. And the onions are important in this recipe because they provide excellent texture and they really brighten the dish up. Speaking of bright, lemon juice. 1 whole lemon, which is about 2 ounces. I'm sorry, it's about an ounce. It's a half an ounce per. Squeeze it in your hand, catch the seeds. If one accidentally goes in, somebody's going to get a surprise. Half a cup of mayonnaise. Blue plate, please, unless you make your own. And if you watched our last episode, and you should have, we showed you how to make your own mayonnaise. And if you go to YouTube or you go to kdcg.com, you can find out how to do that. Dill relish. So how much of this to put? However much you want. Okay, I really like the stuff, but not everybody does. So I'm going to go with about a tablespoon in this recipe. Okay, perfect. But you can put as much as you want. And of course, you got to put some love. So start with about 2 teaspoons. That seems right. 2 teaspoons? Yeah, 2 teaspoons. Okay, so a stiff whisk, get in there. Just kind of start mixing things around. So you have some really liquid stuff in here. So before you go all crazy, just kind of get everything incorporated so it doesn't slosh around so much. Just like that. So whenever you're going to do this with cream cheese and a whisk, you're going to have this little phenomenon happen. The cream cheese is going to get caught in the whisk tines. That's okay, because that's what it's supposed to do. Lightly tap on the side of the bowl. Most of it will come out, and then just go back to combining everything. Get everything put together. Tap your whisk down. Make sure everything's combined. And then the next crucial step is you have to let this refrigerate, okay? So it's going to be really thin. You can see here it's really thin. That's because everything is warm. When you go to put it in the refrigerator, the cream cheese along with the mayonnaise is going to recongeal. The fats are going to get firm again, and it'll tighten right up. It makes it taste nice and cool, really refreshing. So speaking of taste, let's see where we're at here. It's delicious. It's always delicious. So let's talk about air frying. Well, let's talk about how we cook our cakes. We fry them mostly. You can saute them. And that's and I do that with the shrimp patties. But traditionally we fry them. So crab cakes, you bread it, flour, egg wash, breadcrumbs. We use panko breadcrumbs because they're so crispy. And then you fry them in oil. So we're going to pan fry some, and we'll talk about that a little later. Then you have the air fryer. Okay, there's no such thing as an air fryer, guys. There's no such thing as an air fryer. Why? Because air can't fry. Frying by definition is cooking in hot fat. So you can't air fry. What those things are is they're small convection ovens. And they work great, but they're not air fryers. However, even whenever you do hand bread something and you cook them in there, you do tend to get a little bit of they don't come out quite like frying in oil, but you can get around it. There's a little cheat code. Spray on oil. When you finish breading, spray both sides in a spray oil like this. You could use butter flavor, olive oil flavor, whatever flavor you want. Then put them in the air fryer, aka tiny convection oven, and you'll get much, much better results. Very close to traditional frying. So that's it. Hey, listen, whenever you come back, it's time to start making patties. So get yourself back over here. It's going to be good. I'm telling you. Listen when I'm telling you. It's going to be good. Welcome back to From the Bayou to the World. It's time to make some seafood patties. So the crab meat comes together a little differently than the shrimp and the fish. But let's start with the shrimp, and I'm going to show you the technique that works best for me. Food processor is your friend right here. This is about a pound of Louisiana Gulf shrimp tails in the food processor. So I want two things to happen here. I want them to be processed, and I want them to get a little sticky, but I don't want them to be a complete mush. So how do we do that? Use the pulse feature, right? That's it. That's all I want, okay? Because I still want some texture from the shrimp. I don't want it to be all mealy, and I don't want it to be all the same. I don't want it to be homogeneous. I just want them to be like that. Let me grab me a little rubber spatula here. And we're going to get to making. And then I'll show you about the crab meat in a second. So I'm going to put that right there. The fish is the same, so I'm going to do that a little later. Got our bowl. Come here, you. All right. Now, you see how the shrimp is sticking to the blade? I want that. I want that to happen. But I don't want it, again, I don't want it all to be the same thing. Be careful with them blades. They are unforgiving. All right, scrape our bowl out. Just like that. Okay, so to this I want to add 1 egg. Now, could I have blended it in? Yes, I could have, but I didn't, and that's okay. I want to add some seasoning. Okay, so we can blend this up. Just like this. You can use your hands too. I'm trying to be nice. Y'all guests in my house like that. Okay, and then you could stop right here. Actually, you would start adding breadcrumbs until you got the right consistency. Or you could add some mayonnaise to it. And mayonnaise is going to add richness and fat that we talked about earlier. Now, you're going to have some fat from the egg yolk, which is going to benefit our fish as well as our shrimp. Shrimp doesn't have any fat either. So you have fat from the egg yolk. You could add additional fat with the mayonnaise. It all depends on how you really want to eat this. If you add mayonnaise to this, the finished product is going to be very tender, very, very tender. It's going to want to fall apart. If you want to eat it like a hamburger, then don't put the mayonnaise. If you want to eat it like a crab cake, then put the mayonnaise. I'm not going to put any. But what I am going to put, 3/4 of a cup to a cup of fresh breadcrumbs. Once you mix this in, you have to wait a few minutes. The bread has to do its job, which is absorb the moisture. And you can see already. See how this coming together? I wouldn't go any more than that. So the only way to know if this is seasoned enough is to cook a little piece and taste it. I think it's seasoned enough like it is, so I'm going to leave it like this. And I'll test some later on, but I think I'm pretty close. And then we're going to just leave it like that. So we're going to move right on to our crab cakes. Have a pound of Louisiana lump crab meat here. It's always best to use lump because it just tastes so good. Okay? So just take your time and break it. You don't want to mangle this up and break it apart. 1 egg. Here's the tricky part. If you start adding a lot of mayonnaise to this, it's going to get soupy. So just start with a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half. Now I'm going to use my hands. little bit of seasoning. And that's it. That's it. That's all this is going to take. Well, and we're going to use our breadcrumbs to tighten it up. But I'm going to fold this over on itself. And you can already see what I'm talking about. See, this is getting really soft. And that's fine. Listen, we want to really tender crab cake. We do. But I don't want it to be soup because it's not going to hold together. Okay? So again, a little bit of breadcrumbs, about a half a cup to tighten up. You want just enough breadcrumbs in there. Whenever you form it together, it holds together. You see like this, boom, it's falling right apart. Whenever you press it together and you switch it from side to side, it holds together, it doesn't fall apart. So in a pound of crab meat, it's going to be about half a cup, maybe 3/4. And that's it. So hey, when you come back, it's time to cook. We're going to do some in the regular fryer. We're going to do some in the convection oven, aka air fryer. See you in a couple minutes. Come on back. Welcome back to From the Bayou to the World. It's time to cook. We did a lot of talking. We did a lot of prepping. Now it's time to get it in. So if you just joined us, thank you so much. Grab yourself a seat. We're doing seafood patties or seafood cakes. We're doing crab cakes, shrimp cakes or shrimp patties, and fish. And our fish, thank you, Mr. Ricky Hahn, and there's some beautiful sakalea fresh out of Toledo Bend.
So we talked about the air fryer and how it's not really an air fryer. It's really a mini convection oven, but it's going to work in our favor. We've breaded, and you've seen us do this a bunch of times before, flour, egg wash, breadcrumbs. We've breaded our cakes. We have one of each. We cook 2 ways. So I told you before, you need to cook these
with a spray-on oil before you air fry them. And here we have, I've already done one side. Now we're going to do this side. You don't want it sopping, but a nice generous coat of a spray oil. Olive oil, whatever you want. Spray olive oil right in there. 375 for about 10 minutes. Like that. Start. And it's going on its way. All right. So let's get to, you're going to have to help keep me honest here. So we color coded our plates so we don't forget what we have. So red we did crab, because when you cook a crab it turns red. Brown we did shrimp, because of brown Louisiana shrimp, even though these are white Gulf shrimp. And green for fish, because that's the other color I had. So 375 degrees on the oil. You do not want to overcrowd these. Nice and gentle, right in the oil. There goes our crab. Here's our shrimp. Now they're tender. And then here's our fish. Okay? Like that. All right. We're going to let them cook. Now, the seafood's raw. Now, we're going to let them cook until we get nice brown on one side, and then we're going to flip them, and we're going to have to turn them carefully. Now, they're going to firm up for us a little bit, so we shouldn't have any fall apart issues. We're going to use a spatula, and we're going to have a pair of tongs, not to grab with, but just to use as a support, so we could turn it over really easily. So I was sitting here sizzling. Oh, if you could just smell that. This whole cook time is going to take about 5 to 6 minutes, maybe 7. And if you want to measure the temperature, it's your nice handy dandy thermometer, you want to get to about 155 to 160 degrees in the middle, and that's going to be cooked. Now the crab meat is already poached, so that just needs to be brown. The fish and the shrimp were raw. But they're going to cook in about the same time. And look at that, right before you look at that golden brown goodness. Let's see if we can get a nice little flip here for you. So again, take your time with this, okay? Don't go crazy, because you're going to split it all over the place. At the bottom, over, nice and easy. There you go, just like that. Nice and easy. Oh my. Oh, this looks good. And the poisson. Look at that. Y'all.
Okay, if you're wondering how to keep these, you keep them, if your oven has a warm feature, that's perfect, okay? So you set your oven on warm, and then you put them on a wire rack, just like this. Nice little wire rack, and you stick them in the oven uncovered. Don't cover them. If you cover them, it's going to capture the heat, and it's going to make everything soggy. And they can stay in there for 30, 45 minutes or so, and they'll stay nice and warm. The warm setting for most ovens is 170 degrees, so that's absolutely perfect. Okay. And then you have it. It's just look at how beautiful this is. Comes together real easy. So listen. When you come back, we're going to show you how we serve them. Don't forget we have our beautiful secret tartar sauce that we made earlier. I'm going to have a nice little whole wheat bun. We're going to make a sandwich out of one of them. You don't want to miss this. It's seafood patty night, seafood cakes. See you in a couple minutes, man. Come on back. It's time to eat. Welcome back to From the Bayou to the World. Look at what we got right here, boys and girls. So delicious. So let me see if my memory serves me right. Brown, we got our Louisiana Gulf shrimp. We fried it up. This is oil. We fried this one in oil. This is our fish. I made a burger out of it on a nice whole wheat bun with our wonderful homemade tartar sauce. And of course, this is our wonderful crab cake or patty. These are the same three, but in our convection oven, air fryer. And I tell you what, when I checked them at the 10-minute mark, and they were looking a little blonde. So I bumped the temperature to 400, and I let it go for another 3 or 4 minutes, and they pretty close, you know. I mean, you could hear crisp. I don't know. I'm kind of impressed. I mean, these are nice. So look, before we dig in, we got to thank a few people. Gilbert's Greatest Foods, makers of Louisiana Love, for bringing us all this seafood goodness. Man, this looks good, and making it taste right. And we got to thank the T-shirt shop in Jennings for helping us look snazzy in our nice little aprons here. You can see the information on your screen. Call the T-shirt shop. All that, and them will take care of you. Anything you need. So here we are. So really easy. You saw it. We did everything in real time. Of course, you got to have your lemon. You got to have a little lemon. Lemon and seafood are just a match made in heaven. We have our wonderful tartar sauce, which is a compliment. I'm going to tell you, I just got to have, this is the fish. I've been waiting for this. Matt will tell you, I've been waiting for this one since we started. So here we go. Sacale. Oh my God. It's so good. It's so hot. Really light. Tons of crunch. Super flavorful. Absolutely benefits from the tartar sauce. I'll take a little bite of the crab cake. Still a little lemon on there. Guys, make this for your family. Before you bread them, you could freeze them. And all you got to do is pop them out. Oh my. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Bayou to the World. Come on back whenever you feel like it. Door's always open. Coffee's always on. We'll see you next time.